So after reading Fairy Tail chapter 274, I'm annoyed, disappointed, confused, baffled, and all around just like, wow. Alright, so basically, by the way, before I jump into the review, I want to apologize. Last week I didn't do the review, but it was not much to say. It's kind of like a setup for this particular chapter, and it was my birthday, so I was kind of like, not much to say. I'm going to just wait it out. And I was like, I actually put up a bulletin so people could see I'm going to wait for the Jura versus Mystogan fight, or, July or whatever. And, I was really excited for this chapter. I'm like, okay, we're going to finally see Fairy Tail Team B is going to put one up for the team. We're going to get Fairy Tail's name out there. And after reading this chapter, I'm so disappointed. Basically, Gerard, he was going up against Jura in the fight, and it was, this big thing, this big fight. He was actually even going to pull out all the stops. He was getting ready to do this move that was going to blow his identity out the water. He didn't care. He just wanted to redeem Fairy Tail and, put one up on the board for us. And Utier, I believe it was Utier, basically didn't want him to blow his identity, so she started doing something. I forget, or I couldn't even tell really if it was to Lucy or to that other chick, and like putting hot sauce in her mouth and tickling her. And basically, Mystogan or Gerard, whatever you want to call him, he starts laughing and he starts getting it on his tongue, and basically he just falls down and he loses to Jura. I'm disappointed, to be honest with you. I was really, 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 I had high expectations. I wanted, to see Fairy Tail finally put one up on the board. I'm like, all right, Michigan's getting ready. It's going to be a big thing. And it didn't pay off at all. A week waiting for hot sauce and giggles. I don't know. I'm disappointed. But the end of the chapter, I was pretty on the edge of my seat, because of something, the way the chapter ended and everything. Basically, okay, the first fights, everyone's fights today ended. The fighting is done for the day. Basically, the only one that has any points is Fairy Tail Team B. They got 1 point. Fairy Tail Team A has 0. It's just, they're doing terrible. But the narrator at the end, usually it's always Lucy as a narrator. But at the end, when the narrator is like, narrating, so today's events, this and that, whatever, and it says, to my beloved Lucy Hartfilia from Levy. I'm confused. It's almost as if she's talking like if Lucy dies or something. I really hope Lucy doesn't die, or anything like that. That's going to be terrible. Just the way the narration was at the end of the chapter hinted towards something very terrible, like Lucy or somebody's going to die. And I really hope that's not the case. And then we got a Chareru or Charla, however you want to call her, the cat. She's there. Remember, she had that bad premonition, that bad vision of the future, and she's there petrified, thinking of what's to come. And that's what made the chapter for me, because I was really disappointed with the Mystogan fight. I wanted to see Gerardo put one up on the board, but at the end of the chapter, I was just like, is Lucy gonna die? Like, I really hope not, because I'm gonna be really like disgusted with the series if that does happen. It could just be me. Maybe I'm making a mistake. Maybe I'm seeing too far into it or something. But the way that Levy is talking to Lucy, like I don't know. I was just like, whoa. Has me like waiting for next week's what's gonna happen in 275. Overall, again, 274, bit of a letdown, to be honest with you. Hopefully we can see the Fairy Tail, do something, because, they lost all the fights, they lost the competitions and everything. Tournament is still ongoing. And also that, night guy, whatever that, he keeps on saying it's ripening, it's ripening. What does he mean by that? Are they gathering this power for, to resurrect that guy, whatever, bring him back to, how he was? I don't really know, to be honest with you. I'm just really, like, tense after this one. Like, again, I really hope that it doesn't mean, anything bad to happen to specifically Lucy. But, let me know what you thought of the chapter. Were you disappointed with the Mystogan fight? Him getting tickled and hot sauce, not even by the guy, Judah, by somebody in the stands, his own teammate, just so that he don't blow his cover. And what are your thoughts on the whole thing at the end with Levy narrating? Do you think Lucy's going to die? Let me know in the comment section below, or whatever the response. Give me your thoughts on Fairy Tail 274. Disappointment, but at the edge of my seat with the disappointment. As always, I'm ForneverWorld. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Thumbs up for the ending of the chapter. If you're gonna thumb up for anything, thumbs up for the ending of the chapter, because it did leave me with some questions and some concerns for the future of our favorite, guild and stuff like that. I'm ForneverWorld, and have an awesome day, people.